You bought a Tesla, you learned the basics, you drive it every day. But most owners stop there. They never go deeper. They never explore what the car can really do. And because of that, they ignore features that quietly protect them, save money, and prevent expensive mistakes. These features are already built into your Tesla. You already paid for them, and not using them can cost you money, protection, and control over time. Some of these features protect you legally, some prevent physical damage, some save money every single month. Most owners never touch them. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which hidden Tesla features most owners ignore, why that's a mistake, and how using them can make owning a Tesla cheaper, calmer, and smarter. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood features in every Tesla, the dash cam. Most owners assume their Tesla is always recording everything. They see the red dot. They feel protected. But here's the truth. Tesla records in loops. Old footage gets overwritten, and if you're using a cheap or low-quality USB drive, it can fail without warning. The red dot can still show. The system can look normal. But when you actually need the footage, it's gone. After an accident, after a break-in, after a hit and run. That's when people realize too late that recording automatically is not the same as saving what matters. If something important happens, you must manually save the clip, and you need a high-endurance USB drive designed for constant writing. Checking your footage once a month isn't paranoia. It's basic protection. Otherwise, you're driving with a camera that gives a false sense of security. The next feature looks like a gimmick, but it's far more practical than people think. Camp mode. Camp mode isn't just for camping. It keeps climate control running while the car is parked. It keeps key screen active. It keeps USB ports powered, and it disables unnecessary alerts. That makes it perfect for waiting in your car, working remotely, resting between trips, or sitting comfortably while charging. The smart part is battery protection. If your charge drops too low, the system shuts climate control off automatically to preserve driving range. Where people mess up is assuming it runs forever. Camp mode works best when you start with a reasonable charge. Used correctly, it's one of the most comfortable features in the car. Used carelessly, it drains the battery faster than expected. It's not a toy, it's a tool. And now, let's talk about a feature that prevents real physical damage. Programmable trunk height. If your trunk has ever hit a garage ceiling, you already understand the pain. Scratched paint, bent hinges, expensive repairs. Tesla allows you to program the exact height the trunk opens to. You open the trunk, move it to the height you want, hold the button. That's it. The car remembers forever. 5 seconds of setup prevents hundreds of dollars in damage, and yet most owners never do it. Now let's move to a feature that improves every single drive, Joe Mode. Tesla alert sounds are loud, seatbelt warnings, door alerts, turn signal clicks. Over time, constant loud alerts create stress, they increase distraction, and they make the driving experience more exhausting than it needs to be. Joe Mode lowers the volume of non-critical alerts. Safety warnings stay loud, everything else becomes calm and reasonable. It doesn't reduce safety, it reduces fatigue. It's a small change, but once you use it, you'll never turn it off. And the next feature can save you from a very expensive inconvenience. The manual charge port release. Imagine this, you finish charging, you press the button, nothing happens, software glitch, frozen lat. Charging error. Most owners panic. Some call roadside assistance, some end up with a tow truck. But Tesla hides a manual release cable inside the trunk. Pull it. The latch releases. You're free. 10 seconds. Zero towing, zero stress. This is something you should locate once, now, not later, not when you're stuck. Next, let's talk about a feature that saves real money without changing how you drive. Scheduled charging. Plugging in and charging immediately feels convenient, but it's often the most expensive way to charge. Most utility companies charge less during off-peak hours, usually late at night. Scheduled charging lets you choose exactly when charging begins. You plug in. The car waits. Charging starts when electricity is cheapest. You don't change your routine, you don't think about it again, and every month your electricity bill is lower. Set it once. Forget about it. Let the savings stack up quietly. Now here's a feature people skip because it feels unnecessary. until it's not. Car wash mode. Car wash mode closes the windows, locks the charge port, disables wipers, turns off sentry mode, prevents alert chaos. Skipping it once probably won't destroy your car. Skipping it dozens of times increases the risk of water in the charge port, damaged wipers, and unnecessary wear. 5 seconds of setup prevents hundreds of dollars in repairs. Finally, let's talk about the feature most owners are afraid to touch. Service mode. Service mode unlocks diagnostic tools Tesla technicians use. Jack mode. Brake service procedures. Calibration tools. System resets. Most owners avoid it because it looks intimidating, but ignoring it turns simple tasks into expensive service visits. Tasks that could take minutes turn into $100 appointments. You don't need to use service mode every day. You just need to understand what it does and when to use it. Tesla gives you control. Most owners just never claim it. Before we close, here's the bigger picture most Tesla owners never consider. The difference between an average ownership experience and a great one rarely comes down to horsepower or range. It comes down to awareness. Tesla builds layers of protection, automation, and cost-saving tools into every vehicle, but they don't force you to use them, and that's where most people fall short. When features stay untouched, small problems slowly turn into expensive ones. A missed setting becomes a scratched trunk. An ignored charging schedule becomes higher monthly bills. An unchecked dashcam becomes missing evidence when you need it most. None of these mistakes feel urgent in the moment. That's why they're so easy to ignore. Tesla ownership rewards the people who explore. The ones who spend 30 minutes learning instead of 5. The ones who treat the car less like an appliance and more like a system designed to be optimized. Because that's what it is, a rolling computer with tools built in to protect itself and you. And here's the truth. The cost of ownership isn't just about electricity or maintenance. It's about preventable mistakes. It's about whether you use what's already there. Every feature you ignore is control you're giving up. Every feature you activate is money, protection, or peace of mind gained over time. Owning a Tesla isn't just about driving electric, it's about driving intelligently. Most Tesla owners miss the features that quietly protect their car. The mistakes ain't dramatic. They compound slowly. Smart owners use what's already built in. They protect the car. They save money. They stay in control. Use the tools you already paid for. And if this helped you see your Tesla differently, subscribe. Owning a Tesla should feel smart, not expensive.